Sir, when it is, madam, when it is start? Still not any hearing.
Good afternoon to everyone. I extend my warm welcome to all the academicians and corporate members present here to the National Level Virtual Faculty Development Program. I'd like to express my gratitude to Mr. Santosh Kumar, our esteemed speaker, and his great views on impact of business analytics. And now I welcome Dr. Kavita, Associate Professor of BBA Department, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to all. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 5 days faculty development program on empowering education, foundation and frontiers of business analytics, organized by the Department of Business Administration, UG. We are honored to have Dr. Vasudev Reddy, Assistant Professor in Operations and Analytics, VIT Business School, VIT Chennai campus, as our chief guest and speaker. Dr. Vasudev's expertise in operations and analytics will enrich his knowledge on predictive analysis, analytics, and machine learning education through AI and providing his valuable insights to our participants. I would like to express my gratitude to Dr. P. Shardamani, HOD of our HOD, for her valuable guidance and support for organizing this seminar. And I also appreciate the efforts of our organizing committee and faculty members to make this program a success. Once again, I welcome you all for the FTP program. Thank you.
And for the profile, Dr. Asi Vasudeva Reddy is an accomplished academician and researcher with over 15 years of teaching, research, and consultancy experience in organizational behavior, human resource management, and operations and analytics. He currently serves as an assistant professor at Vellore Institution of Technology Business School, Vellore Institution of Technology, University, Chennai, and holds an additional role of head of the department BBA. He earned his PhD in organizational behavior and leadership from KL University with a specialization in servant leadership, and further enhanced his expertise with an executive postgraduate program in data science from IIT Bangalore and abroad. His educational foundation also includes an MBA in International Business and HR from Karuna University and a B.Tech in Mechanical Engineering, Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, Hyderabad. Dr. Reddy has completed 22 research papers and is currently working on 4. He has delivered over 6 lectures to students about various business topics. He also has a consultancy and training programs. He has attended over 20 plus FPP short-term training programs and workshops together. Dr. Vasudeva Reddy has been awarded the Best Teacher Award from KL University and is a gold medalist for the academic excellence in MBA. He is an honorable life member in International Society for Research and Development and a member in Society for Cost Management. Now I request Dr. Asi Vasudeva Reddy to take over. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Am I audible? Can you please confirm?
Yes, Mr. Reddy, you're audible.
Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, is the screen visible? Please confirm.
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay. So thank you very much for the invite and your brief intro about me. I'm Vasu. I'll be dealing with operations and analytics in VIT Business School, Chennai. So for this today's session, which is mostly focused on empowering education, foundation, and frontiers of business analytics, I'll be focusing on various elements of predictive analytics, machine learning areas where you can understand how to implement. So being, I believe like most of the participants are from a commerce and business background, right? Can you quickly give a thumbs up or something like that? So is there anyone who is into pure technical or from other than technical? So I won't say like non-technical, I say like other than the technical. So do we have people in that? Good. So I can see people, yes. Because here for this session, I'm not going to talk anything related to coding because I know majority of us who are from a non-coding background, like into from not from computer science or the coding part, we feel a bit offended with the coding, which is not our cup of tea. That's what most of us think. But normally, when it comes to business analytics or data science, anything, it started from business. Whatever we develop, let us say like there is a development happening in healthcare to predict certain diseases. End of the day, what is happening? It's the business generation. When we say something like there is an improvement in operations, like the productivity is increasing. If the productivity increases, what happens? Number of items produced will be more. If the number of items produced are more, definitely there will be a market for those products. Sales will increase. If sales increases, what happens? There is an increment in revenue generation. If there is an increment in revenue generation, what happens? Profit generation. If profit increases, company is growing. You name anything. End of the day, it is all about profit making, revenue generation concept, or there is need for us to go for these AI tools. And at the same time, why do we need? Okay, just a moment. Yeah. Others, can you confirm?
Yes, Mr. Reddy, screens are moving.
Yeah, thank you. So what do you understand from this? You can unmute yourself or you can just speak. What do you understand from this? It's an open to all. What do you understand from? Because I think from the last two sessions you have started working in learning about business analytics and then into different forms of analytic tools and all. So what do you understand from this chart?
This is a graphical representation.
Okay, of what? Graphical representation of?
Of two different,
Okay,
two
yeah,
different variants.
yes. Good, you can
Sir,
unmute. You
sir,
can mute yourself.
sir,
Yes,
you don't ask questions on middle, sir. So it takes disturbance. Okay. Last, you have
so
to
it is,
ask questions.
it's not about question and answer session, it's all about discussions. It's okay, no
Oh,
problem.
okay, sir.
So from this screen or the slide which you are seeing here, you can see there are some bar charts, some curves, line curve, and you can see some like all the data will be in terms of either numbers or in the text format. And if I show that, it will be a bit tough. But when I project in this way, you can see like there are bar charts. The height of the bar talks about either it could be percentage depending upon the labels and all, or sinusoidal curve you can see there. So what is that you can understand if I'm talking about something related to a stock market with that graph? You can see like there is a downfall in a stock price. If I see from here, there is a downfall in the stock price. You can go back to the events which has happened. Either it could be some economical reforms happening, or it could be some kind of technological transformation happened, or there would be some unwanted things happened as an event. But how people are investing, what is the purpose, why they are investing? Everyone says like, yes, I want to earn money, but on what basis do you do that? There are many analysts came into the picture. They feel like, yes, you gives you 100% confirmation in hitting those profit making options. So what are they doing? They're all predicting, right, down the line, maybe next 1 hour, what will be the chances that this stock price will go, predictions. And at the same time, predictions always a probability. It will never ever reach 100% perfect probability. If you keep going, yes, there is a fall. So that's where we go with this, which talks about a computational program perform intelligent tasks. Means it takes its own decision making stuff and then it creates its own. Means what? It can sense speak. You can sense the how to speak with that a kid and how to speak with that. And then from artificial intelligence, we come to know how to train a machine, because artificial intelligence is a big that level where it can take the decision making responsibility. So what happens here is the machine learning automatically learns and improves from the experiences. Very simple. It is, since ages we have this concept. Have you heard about rheostat in our concept of rheostat? Like very low, like -2, -3 degrees. If it is going to that, automatically your refrigerator gets hot. Then slowly, if it is going to something like 5-6 degrees temperature, again it starts generating. Means what? We are making the system to learn. What happens has a high flexibility. If the temperature increases, it expands. If the temperature reduces, it keep contracting. If it contracts, what is happening is there is the temperature increasing, becomes solidified, which is not accepted. So that's where the concept of rheostat came into picture. So automatically, the moment it comes out, it gets contract, the power supply gets detached. So it automatically shuts it down. And the moment it reaches to normal temperature, model over a period of time, because the data is not limited. It's not like the data what we collected for our research properly documented, like supervised learning we say, and there is something called as unsupervised, like just like a text messages. But you convert that into an Excel sheet, that becomes a alphanumeric data. Some you can have like price of the product you can see in numbers, but when you see the ratings, again that is a number 3, 3.5, 4.5, something you'll get. But the comments, the feedback what they give, purely in terms of quality text. So how to make a decision with all these type of data points? That is where you have different machine learning algorithms which make the assessor or the person who is working on it, this network we have, whatever we have, so how it works. So that is how it goes to that micro level and then takes decisions. Clear? So let us see what exactly machine learning. It applies all the algorithm, describes how computer perform tasks by their own and previous experiences, whatever the data has been into, and then how it takes. So whatever we see down the line, the report which we get from a safe zone, if it is less than 20,000, like that's the play time where you need to be on a ventilator or something like that, where you have an issue. So there is a difference. At the same time, this is what I know. Finally, it comes, it's a very simple programming language which optimizes the performance criteria. Why? Because let us say in this, for this class, what makes depends on what parameters. If I say one is the internet connection, first and foremost thing. Second one is proper display of information. Third one is no disturbances at your university wants you to attend FDP. We have joined. It could be one of the reasons. At the same time, there could be your friend who is joined and he or she made you to join here, you came, some of you wanted to know much more better, some of you have the understanding but you don't have the application knowledge, so you came for it. These are the different variables I have, factors influencing you to getting entire data proper way. Some of you may say like, yes, because of my friend I came, because there is a compulsion I came. There are few, but they are very limited, those responses. But those who want something, yes, they are very good enough. At the same time, we have something like to explore it, but there are few things which can be eliminated out of 10-15 variables which I have defined. I can eliminate certain things and I can have the best prominent 5 to 6 variables. Clear? This is where, so I have certain data which with me, and then I have different sets of algorithms along with me which automatically it takes. So I have a machine learning algorithm for predictions like answer with all the outputs what the system got, and it says like, okay, with these criteria, with these conditions, if you go with this particular option, yes, you will be in a profitable zone. So that's how the system gives. Same thing for a stock market. What are the factors which makes stock price to fluctuate? There are n number of factors, but there are prominent 6 to 7 factors, and there are other elements in the stock market, like in terms of ratios, in terms of different the performance of the company, in terms of how it has been performed in the past, what is the geopolitical issues and how it impacts. So there are prominent variables. At the same time, the moment you keep running, what happens? Your heart rate increases. If your heart rate increases, what happens to your blood pressure? It increases. So not, yeah. So what happens here is, that's why we have different IoT tools, like we have the smart, all these IoTs, all the gadgets in our mind, start jotting it down, then what has happened on that data program to find the given number is even or odd. It should show the reading, and I program it. So that is what my output talks about. Machine learning talks about this. So I have it thing like a, or let us say a disease. So what are the levels? Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. So with this data, am I able to predict with some other data? Let us say, let's same data. I have age, I have different ailments of a particular problem, and then the level of problem a particular person has. I don't have whether this guy is falling under stage 1, stage 2, or stage 3. So I have to confirm what happens here. Is it clear? So that is where your machine learning concept comes into business. So it gives you, with any of these machine learning tools and all, there are few steps to learn. There are the 6-7 steps we have: data collection, data pre-processing, choose the right model, train the model, evaluate the model, of a particular issue over a period of time. Let us see, going to an hospital and getting the data, or you are working in a production house, like production department, and you get a huge data about machinery and the, just like if some of us got hospitalized, and every 1 hour they keep finding out the levels of, either it could be a heart rate or it could be the blood pressure, whatever, they keep checking, and there is a fixed monitoring method. Yes, this is the present status. Let us say like now the time is 14:33 at this point. The moment that BP increases, maybe after 5 minutes, how many vehicles pass, out of which how many jump the signal. So for that one, I have to capture all the vehicles passing by over a period of time, and then in that one, I have to find which all vehicles jump the signal. Signal jumps means violating the signal lights. That is my machine learning technique. And out of all these, which vehicle? Is it a two-wheeler or an auto three-wheeler, or it could be a four-wheeler or a heavy vehicle? Because I have that type of data. At the same time, I collect all the information, because this information could be anything. It could be from surveys, that's what I said. It could be from different databases. It should be from external web bases, which are collected. The moment you collect all the, see, machine learning is not a tough thing. Very simple. At home, what mom cooks is purely on machine learning, that I can tell. We have entire grocery. At the output, she know what to do. Understood? How do you process the existing data? Means existing resources. Think you as a machine. Your dish to be prepared, I will not touch that. Means the data what I have, some of the data I have to eliminate. Then I have to take certain thing. Same thing, gender. So automatically I'll be converting that into zeros and ones, or male, female. But sometimes by typo error, 0 and 1, I may be giving 100, something like that. Automatically that throws me an error. Understood? So those type of data I have to eliminate. And at the same time, certain data which will not be sensitive. At the same time, when it comes to marital status, normally people feel like, okay, either they will be known as a single or married. The an outlier which will not provide us a proper information, and that data pre-processing. Then choose the right model, because we have n number of models. In that one, how to choose and what to choose, which model to be choose. We have multiple, like we have a linear regression, we have for classification, simple. So which one to use? You know much better than me. Then you train the model, very simple, because you have, for a class, we teach all, let us say 45 sessions of the course we teach. We comprising of the entire syllabus, worked out problems. To practice means what? We are training them. Understood? We train them, and we, after training, what happens? They understand the concept, they practice all these problems, and then they are ready. They fit themselves. Yes, we are ready to get tested. So that is where, with this particular tools and all, we train the model and we come with a proper model framework. And then what we do is we try to test it, whether the same thing will be happening with the trade testing or not. Means what? The training I gave. So this is what testing a model we say. That is where evaluation comes into picture. What all inputs I've given, whether you have learned it or not. We have a evaluation part. It's a bit tough thing for me to cover everything. So accuracy, simple. So whatever I was predicting, because the training I have given you, I predict like you are going to get 80% of the marks. And another 71, yes, my prediction model is perfect. At the same time, if I predict not accurate, so I have to get something like 98, 99, or 97. They score huge, but in the final exam they flunk. Vice versa, internals they don't perform well, but in the final exam they clear. This is where overfit and underfit. In the other way around, again underfit, they don't perform exam. Again, that is also not proper. It properly connected out of all these variables which I say. So sometimes you try to take one or the other. That's what the first example which I gave. Why did you join for this FTP? Then I think all I can eliminate. That's where we say like highly improvising the accuracy. This makes the model to perform accurately. And finally, types of data. Then what I do? I say like, yes, this becomes my model, which can be useful for anything. That is where ChatGPT came. That is where Perplexity came. That is how Gemini came. Then comes the concept called as predictive analytics, which is very simple. What might happen next? That is what my prediction. What is going to happen down the line, which I am not aware of. Which talks about the history. which talks about the current information. Understood? Based on this, I have different models, statistical models, which so across industries these are used, because banking they assume they have to predict what could be their business, retail what could be their market share, healthcare what could be their improvement in the technology front end, how to reduce all machinery from being seized. That's where we have preventive maintenance part, when to go for preventive, when to go for predictive. So there are every industry for a particular machinery, and then the current data as on today, what is happened. Today's session or today's understanding, you have some information with you about this machine learning, this of it, which connects you to move further in your career, which connects you to teach the same thing to your people, and also which makes you to learn much more better. Tough, but yes, people are working on this. Education outcome projections. Why NEP came into picture? New educational policy. Long back, is it a very new thing? No, normally people select new that. 3 years they select diploma. Then if you complete the entire course, they say like you have completed degree, and with some more additional courses, specialized courses, they say like a degree with specialization. It talks about predictions, all about the existing data. That is the historical, and as of now, what is happening? Connect these two and take it further. There are different applications. Let us see the applications of and how much revenue we can generate. At the same time, how much expenses will be, and how can we slash those expenses down. Unnecessary wastage. That's wastage can be reduced. So if I reduce wastage, automatically expenses gets reduced. If I get my expenses reduced, revenue increase. If I increase my revenue, definitely my profit margin increases. Again, this is in terms of HR. Let us say data mining, staffing needs. How much people required for my staff? Caesars Entertainment, they have used, this is a live example. They've used predictive analytics to determine the venues, because when it comes to all these entertainment zones, entertainment hubs and all, what happens here is you should have people at a particular time, like normal time like this. People very, if I have huge people, means more number of people during morning time, like morning 9 to evening 5, for me it's a cost perspective, because they have to wait. At the same time, the employees will be burdened with huge work. There what happens, they feel like moving out of the company. Again, that is a costly affair. So based on that one, I have to focus on improvising and spreading out the workforce evenly with respect to the frequency of customers walking in. Are we using mobiles, and everyone, even though you are not habituated in using mobile, but the moment you start scrolling YouTube or Insta and all, they keep the content in such a way, and that to hardly 1 minute, 15 to 20 seconds, all these reels and something. So that is how they're targeting the mindset of the people. At the same time, when you talk about this preventive malfunctioning with the Keep Smiling for AB Foundation, they have developed a wearable piece of technology, means something like a smart gadget, which prettily or by force you had it, or some people they get allergy after some time, but there are certain people, especially who are location to the nearby hospital, because there is something urgency, an emergency, where you have to attend that, made a remarkable change in the healthcare domain, especially in this particular alarm being raised. It's a high alert, and people rush like anything, and they try to save the victim. How it happened? There is a maintenance report you can see. You can see this particular information, the entire visual infographics you see. So what are we doing here? Robotic arm. Okay, this is a robotic arm. If you see this, why this red is shown? Particular place, automatically it gets heated, and this is another joint, it keeps on heating, and these are the two areas. At these places they use a lubricant which will reduce the friction. element becomes hot, red hot. So if it yes, guys, please, can you please be on mute, please? Somebody's when this gets damaged, what as a production engineer, what is that your responsibility? Understand?
Ma'am, please mute your speaker, ma'am.
I think you can do it.
ಅದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಿ ಬಂದ್ರು ನಮಗೆ ನಡೀತದ ತರ ಆಯ್ತದೆ ಈಗೇನ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್
Admin, you can do it.
ಆಯ್ತು ಫೈನಲ್ ಒಬ್ಬ
Participant, that's better.
ನಡಿಲಕ್ಕ
Yes, thank you. Yeah, sorry for the disturbance. Yes, please. Just hold on for 5 minutes. I'm going to wind up. The moment you move, if it is moving properly, let us say like this is a robotic arm without any vibration means just some tilt, some disturbance, the deflection, which definitely have an issue with the robotic arm. If it is moving this way, fine. If it is moving this way, then what happens? Just like your gear rod, if it is moving in different part of the machine, it is rupturing the system. The performance and the chances of failure increases, the performance lowers down. So this is what the pattern requires, normal one. And then what I do, I reduce that prediction. Means normally what happens, 6 months maintenance we have. So I will the hold for those 6 months reduces to 3 months. So I can go with overall length, I can use proper lubrication. So there what happens, even the number of times I am going with the maintenance, that may increase, but maintenance it got 10 lakhs, means every 6 months I have to pay 10, but I am reducing it to 3 months. So every 3 months a month, so I'm losing how much? On 1 crore, 10 lakhs or 1 crore. That's where even though the predictive maintenance cost increases, the lifetime of the machinery increases. That is how the maintenance focuses more on improvising the hospitals nearby within a 5 square kilometers range with the kind of problems what a person is experiencing. So we have n of almost at the level of symptoms. We have developed a model what could be the disease based upon the range of symptoms. Then we have come up with a symptom. Sorry, we have come up with a problem, the disease, using the same issue like historical experiences. Then he like asks you like, since how many days do you ever had this type of issue, or are you using any medicine, are you under diagnosis or something like that, center, diagnostic center, to get it confirmed. So we are doing the same way, like we have almost 265 symptoms and then 32 diseases connected to it. We going for predicting those diseases. Version of predictive analytics, same thing. So when it comes to a heart issue, heart related issue, so we get the data of blood pressure, and then we go for ECG report, right? That is where 972 is what the bare minimum, and then the BP 120 by 80 is what. So you have this type of information, like whatever you have collected, like BP, ECG, and Fitbits, all these gadgets, IoT connected gadgets and all, which are enabled in our day-to-day activities, like our smart gadgets. I use it normalities. That's where early alert of cardiac arrest, which we don't even know, but it finds out. So what happens once it is done? That's it. It gives in a trigger to the nearby hospital or to the connected to that particular issue, and then it will be triggered and come back. So this makes the chances of saving a patient increases. In this 1 hour, it's very tough to talk about everything. So we have a regression analysis for a continuous data to predict the sales forecasting. And we have decision trees where you have multiple aspects, like the classification. Let us say like even the same thing, same issue with the cardiac arrest. Even 21, 19 years old, 14 years old are getting. What could be the reasons? Then we go with the body mass index. Then we go with the food habits. Then we go with the type of workouts they do, their physical activities, historic. Next, without any historical, but stress wise, third one will be affected with the cardiac arrest, or it could be anything, which makes us to understand and healthy lifestyle. So we have random forest. So it's like see, we have decision tree, one tree. That's what I said. With one age group, if I say historical data, if I take that becomes one. Let us say like a family because of genes, because of other thing also, like their lifestyle, strain, that also can be conducted. So I have one more tree. Then on the same issue, like a same problem. Then I have one more issue based accurate outcome. Why? Because we have heterogeneous data, not homogeneous, which is perfectly fit, where the overfitting can be reduced. Are you means after a certain diagnostic issue, whether it will be successfully overcome? You go to a store, let us say a departmental store. What are the chances that you are going to buy, purchase cosmetics? So you cannot say like 50-50 chances. Either you purchase or not. Yes or no. That's it. So let us say in that way. Now she wants ice cream, but your intention is not to purchase. But well, so dilemma, let us say like not to purchase. But with that 1% or 2% emotional. So there is a huge concept behind each and every technique. So each technique takes almost 3 to 4 hours to real world applications which are coming up in the down the line, and this is where most of the
Participants, any queries, you can feel free to ask.
Good afternoon, sir. I've been actually working in a project where in Chennai automobile sector, we are taking care of health and wellness programs for corporates. So, can you please illustrate like how this predictive analysis would help putting up a viable health and wellness programs in, let's say, some medium sector in automobile industry?
yeah, see here what happens is if you see all these cult apps and all, if you see those cult fit, they are the moment you just log into those apps and all, they'll ask your entire history, your age group, what is your present body mass index and all. So because down the line, unless until we have data, we cannot move further. So the data should be most precise, and you are going to find out from the people. That's where all the information related to their physical activities. So and then how frequently are they going for a physical activity? Then what is once we have those, nothing like that. You can come up with your own. That's where we have all these personal trainers. That's a pure implementation of machine learning. I thank you very much for the Hindustan College of Arts and Science for giving me this opportunity. Hope you have learned, and this is not the end. So we have huge to go further. So I nothing like that. It's a next level of stats is your analytics with a programming part. Either it could be Python or R, or you can use SAS. Even Excel you can do. Thank you.
Gratitude to our distinguished speaker, Dr. R. Vasudevareddy from VIT Business School, VIT and University Chennai campus for revealing summit principle of our institution for this continuous encouragement. A special note of appreciation goes to our conveyor, Dr. P. Saradamani, Professor and Head of Department, whose guidance and vision have been the driving force. Finally, I thank all the participants, faculty members, and all officials for joining us today and making this session interactive and fruitful. With that, we once again express our gratitude to Dr. Reddy, our management, our organizers, and every single